The job market is, I said in the last episode, it's terrible. And there are a lot of people, we are in graduation season. It's the summer. A lot of people are graduating from high school. A lot of people are graduating from college. A lot of people are getting their master's. A lot of people getting their bachelor's. A lot of people getting their associates, wherever the case may be. We are in graduation season, and a lot of people are hitting this market, and it's difficult. I spoke about briefly about just what I've been through, and that just made me feel more for everybody else because I think of myself like, okay, I've been very successful in my career, and it's been hard as hell for me to land a job that I want. I can only imagine what it is for people who don't have any experience. I do want to take this time out to say that, especially for my people, I've said it before, but we got to emphasize telling our youth to network because that is, as we move forward, that is what's going to get their foot in these doors. For me, if you know me personally, you know that I'm not the most social person. And so networking is difficult because I choose not to communicate with people I don't know. I choose not to be transparent with people I don't know. I choose not to just lend. This goes back into what we were speaking about last episode as well, in terms of just like my attachment style. I choose not to attach to people because I don't want to lend that much of myself to somebody to where they can disappoint me or let me down. And now I'm affected in a certain way. So I try to avoid those things where I'm making myself vulnerable to people that I don't know. However, I've been lucky to get to where I'm at, and not lucky in the sense of like, oh, I shouldn't be in this position or I shouldn't have been afforded things I've been afforded, because I should afford them because I'm a damn hard worker. And if I'm interested in something, I want to work my butt off to get what I need out of that situation. However, I say I'm lucky because if I didn't get that recommendation from my previous partner, if she would have never said, hey, I'm not interested in this job, but if you have any, entry level openings, I do have somebody who may be interested. If she would have never gave me that foot in the door, I probably would not have had the career that I have had. Just to be completely honest. Because like I said, I'm a hard worker. So if I'm interested in something, I'm gonna get in and I'm gonna show out. So my career is all due to me, in the sense of the transgressions I've had and the ascensions I've had in terms of promotion after promotion. But my foot in the door, I wouldn't be able to do that on my own. I had to have somebody who gave me that recommendation so that I can get my foot in the door and then show what I'm worthy of. Because before I even got hired in the position at the company I was at, I had gotten to a point, and I detailed this previously, that like I had spent 6 months applying for jobs and it wasn't getting no interviews. That was my first interview 6 months into my job search after I received my bachelor's degree. And it was her that got me that interview. And so it was up to the point to the end where it was like 6 months of getting no callbacks, getting no interviews. I was starting to get depressed. It was like, damn, like, what's going on? I had gotten so depressed that I was like, okay, well, this is obviously not going to work out. I'm running through my savings. Let me go get a job. I had got a job at Target. I worked at Target for a shift. I got a job at Target, went in for a shift. Mind you, this is my very first shift. I went in, worked 4 hours, went on my lunch break. And during my lunch break, I told myself, this is not for me. Like, this is just, I can't do this. Not saying that I'm above people that work at Target. Shout out to y'all that work at Target. Shout out to y'all that work part-time jobs. Shout out to y'all that just work in retail in general. Shout out to y'all. But for me, I knew that like this is just not for me. So I went on my lunch break. Remember texting my girlfriend at the time, like, yeah, I'm not. After this, I'm not coming back. Like I'm gonna finish the shift out, but this is just not for me. I'm gonna have to just figure something else out because I can't do this. And so I literally went to. I don't remember. I can't remember if I left after my lunch break or I finished out. I think I might have left after my lunch break, to be completely honest. I don't even know if I would finish that shift. But I remember texting her that and say, yeah, this is not for me, and got up out of there and never went back again. I was scheduled to come in the next day, told them I wasn't coming, and that was that. Funny enough, after I told them I wasn't coming in later that day, I had got the interview for the company I ended up getting. I had got the email that I was being moved along to the next interview for the company that I ended up working for.